Lau, if you're listening to this, well, it means they've got me.
Oh no, Regis, no.
But Lau, ignore anything left in the recording up to this point.
Huh?
Sorry for being so unhelpful with the message, but I had to be sure you were the one who heard it first. Everyone will be saying that I came to the lab for Baxter, and they might be right. Except that he's been dead since before I got here.
Yes!
We need to touch bases on this case. Meet me where we were both first involved in a case. I'll try to explain when you get here. Good luck.
Oh, thank God. You've got some explaining to do, Regis.
And boy, he does. Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Technobabylon. If you remember from last time, we caused an ecological crisis that may have doomed the world, and found out a little bit more about what did in Dr. Baxter, who I kind of thought was this guy. I guess not. No, he couldn't have been.
What the hell did you think you were doing? We need her alive!
I saw an opportunity for striking back at Regis, a kind of poetic justice.
At Regis? You've never even met the man.
Yes, but
You haven't offloaded Baxter yet, have you?
Interesting.
Look, there might just be a use for your newfound vendetta. The tap on his partner was successful. She found where Regis is hiding. He's an unfactored element. Now, he needs to be removed from the equation.
Don't worry. I'll kill him myself if it comes to it.
There's only so much of the city's resources that can be diverted to this. Find him, finish him, then return for offloading. Remember, I'm your controller, not Baxter.
So, it appears as though our mind jacker
Sure.
may have been biting off a bit more than he could chew.
So I got out. I managed to find somewhere to lie low. But I know what Central's capable of. You can only hide from it for so long. Lau had better find that message before an aerostat comes this way.
I say to the room. Whoa.
What the hell?
What do we got here? We made a hole in a perfectly good window.
Someone managed to get this through the window. They must have one hell of a pitching arm.
Yeah. I'm interested.
What the hell is this?
Throwing a lot of references to hell around here. Drink.
The bottle is some kind of thermal container, about half full of thick liquid. The words, "Drink me," are stenciled on the side.
This is the worst idea I could possibly imagine. So, of course, we're going to check the news. Friction in U.S. successors over Olympics. Okay. Well, there we go. States of the California Concord and the Liberty Coalition. Liberty forever, lousy California West Coast beatniks. That's what I say. And they nuked Washington, D.C. Alright, fine. That's fine. LC, whoop whoop. No NCR, man. Of course, I don't like the Legion either. And if you don't get that reference, you should play Fallout New Vegas. A fantastic game. Man, they do write a lot for these stories. Again, feel free to slow these down if you would like a longer look over this. So now is a good time to talk about, as I read this as well, we have gone after Baxter, who apparently was mind-jacked by our mind-jacker. So probably they figured out we were sort of onto them and disposed of the brain to avoid being detected. However, it appears that the personality of Dr. Baxter was perhaps strong enough that while it couldn't overcome... Yeah, alright. This is a stupid idea. While it couldn't overcome the neural inhibitor, it looks like it's
what that did.
overcoming the mind tracker.
Hear me?
Oh, hello.
Hello? Who's there?
Barely, can you hear me?
Barely. I can't see you. Where are you?
In your head.
Thank you. My head!
That bottle I drank. That's what did this?
Exactly. You ingested a wetware builder node colony.
Oh,
They were programmed to construct a transceiver in the small bones of your inner ear.
I'm not comfortable with this. Okay.
You've apparently found me already. Why talk to me this way?
Security. There's a pretty big crisis about to land right on top of you.
A crisis? Is that like an airship?
My location's been compromised?
I'm afraid so. There's a strike team surrounding the building as we speak.
Gosh.
Damn.
We need to get you out of there. The sewer access on the factory floor hasn't been secured. It's your best chance for an escape route.
If what you're saying's true, I'm about to be outnumbered and outgunned.
Don't
Well,
worry,
you're
you're
already-
probably one of the few people I know who's smart enough to get out of something like this.
Hey.
Do you know me?
You could say that. Come on, get moving.
Okay, lady. AKA, we're the only people with adventure gamer logic.
I guess some things you just have to store physically.
Ho ho ho. Not files, though. Those are way better stored online. Unless you want security,
Looks
I
like
guess.
this guy had a place to keep his vices at work.
His vices, you say? Ooh. He liked fire. Oh, found art's a big thing these days. Glowing pyramid hanging over the city. Interesting. A sign of the New World Order, perhaps? Sure, okay, so this is just a gross old part of town. What do we got here? A terminal?
An old office terminal. I'm kind of surprised nobody's stolen it yet.
Yeah, must not be worth anything, huh? Let's see if we can fiddle with it at all. Oh, we can. 4,117 days since last update. These are some robust systems. These must be just the Nokias of past. Well, I'll be darned. Looks like we actually can power it up. By the order of centralized government. NBC. Biological contamination, I guess? Nuclear, biological, or chemical contamination? Perhaps. Okay. Oh, I just played this in the pit. I'll upgrade for the DLC for Fallout 3. Employees are not building their own replacements. They are building a post-scarcity economy. Did we talk to a Randall J earlier or something like that? Locker 6381. Oh, let's keep that in mind. Don't charge the capacitor banks unless you feel like being cooked. Well, that's something interesting to keep in mind. 911, you gotta help me.
Hello, this is Philippe. I am away on assignment at the moment for 1 month. If you wish to leave me a message, you can do so after the beep. Or if you have a story, please contact the news desk directly.
I guess 911 of the future is Philippe. Philippe, we're all counting on you. By that I mean we're doomed. Alright. This is
Must have been a decorator.
Yeah, we got a paint cartridge. This is a very adventure gamey chapter, which is fine. It's one that
There's
I
a canister of water-soluble fire suppressant loaded into the system.
Water-soluble fire suppressant. Well, that's fine. Okay, so now we've got... do we have the...
There's a canister.
Yeah, okay. Replace it with this paint cartridge?
Huh. It fits.
We have done so for adventure game reasons, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, there's a smoke detector in there. Let's keep that in mind. I really dig this area.
Wait!
What is it?
Oh gosh.
Cobalt Actual, this is Cobalt 3. Dynamic entry complete. Second floor hallway secure. Going dark and starting patrol. Out.
Cobalt 3. I chose not to get invisible before I jumped
Adaptive
into...
camouflage. How am I supposed to get past them when I can't even see them?
I'll see if I can breach their systems. For now, you're going to have to think your way past.
Well, I think the answer has already made itself a bit obvious to us. Hasn't it? Because we've loaded some paint into the systems which are locally done. That seems like a horrible idea. And we've got
Ornate
this...
cigarette lighter. The kind I can picture wealthy managerial types having.
This is kind of
Can't think of the last time I saw a smoker in this city.
It's kind of like Fallout then, isn't it?
You still there?
I go where you go.
You don't really... Okay, let's do a little bit of these.
Perhaps it was my mistake first for drinking that bottle.
Yes, I think
but
so.
How do I know I can trust you?
It's either me or the guys with the kill-on-sight order.
Fair enough.
Besides, what sort of person would I be if I didn't help out an old pal?
The kind who doesn't
Do I know
reveal
you?
their
You
identity.
should. We've spent years working together.
Is this Lau?
Come on, you've got to get moving.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like Lau. I don't know, name some of the other people you worked with?
How did they manage to find me?
Sorry, I can't help you with that. All I know is they're after
I don't
you.
know, they're hooked into an...
Did you get my message?
Message? Nah. I just know the kind of places you like to hide in.
But your garden wouldn't do for this one, would it?
Hey,
Match that against which of your favorite spots are being raided by crisis teams, and boom. Instant Regis.
so you haven't heard my side of the Baxter story.
Save it for later. First, we've got to get you out of there.
Buddy, this is clearly not. Wow. The rest of these just seem like we're going to, I don't know.
What do you know about this facility?
Old TVNA factory. Used to make synths there. Cleared out when the Aurora hit. Most of that part of town stayed abandoned even to this day. It's the kind of place lowlifes and thralls hide in.
Anything useful?
Thralls.
A lot of the stuff in it's probably been scavenged already, but you might find something useful. Plus, it's an old building. Be careful, a lot of it is unstable.
Maybe I can use that to my advantage.
I mean, I would think I would know this place. It was sort of a historic landmark for me, but whatever. A lot of these seem like they're just sort of fishing for clues.
You'd better get moving or a patrol might catch you.
I don't think there's
Right,
much
right.
danger of that right here exactly. However, look at this this here smoke detector. Let's see if we can get a little smoke going. Unbelievably, yes we can. It is crazy that this works, and that he's cool with just still kind of,
Cobalt 3, camouflage compromised.
you know, I don't know. Maybe go somewhere else other than just right around there? Man, I don't know. Also, it's not my place to nitpick, but his patrol route is pretty much just back and forth, and I think we can see where this is going already, can't we? Hope you don't have any protections against a jolt gun. Hope you don't look back here. And down he goes.
One down.
However many left to go. Don't count on taking them all on, though.
Hopefully that only incapacitated him. I also know...
Low velocity, jacketed hollow point. They came prepared for a soft target.
Well, we've got a submachine gun now, but don't worry, we're not going all Bruce Willis.
A 10mm submachine gun, part of the strike team's gear. As a signature weapon, it's encoded to only operate for its assigned user.
Yes, they've got Metal Gear Solid references all over the place today. They've got a Metal Gear Solid Guns of the Patriot style weapon ID system. So all we can do with it is just break the crap out
That's
of
one
these
way of
things.
getting it open.
That is one way, isn't
It's
it?
empty except for all the packing material.
We'll grab the packing material. There you go, my boy.
A fiber used for packing. There's nothing in any of the crates besides this stuff. Anything more valuable's probably been stolen over the years.
Now let's contemplate the mysteries of the graffiti universe. Ghost triangle? Aye. Creepy skull. Alright, let's go to that locker room. Now what was it? Locker 6381? I believe is the thing. Let's see, where's locker 6?
Lockers. Whatever they did here, it apparently needed specialized gear.
Yeah, like clothes or something. How was it? 381? Yeah, that was it. Glad I didn't have to go back and
Apparently
check
it's
the
not
terminal.
just cleaning supplies they kept in here. This is some pricey liquor.
Whiskey and a Polish hot dog. No, it's just polish.
A metal polish from the cleaning supplies. It's been here for over a decade, but it doesn't seem to have dried out.
Unlikely.
It's a strong old whiskey. More expensive than the stuff I've usually got around.
Well, it's good to know that we can get a good and trash before we get killed by this future Spec Ops team.
They've probably become even rustier because of all the water.
Probably has, hasn't it? We got a drain in here too. So I like this. This section is probably going to be a lot more fun seeing it Let's Played, to be perfectly honest with you. It's the kind of thing that gives it a sense of movement and danger. High-risk segments like this, I honestly think do lose a little something in the adventure game. It's hard to keep the tension going when there's an adventure game setup which is all about exploration, trying a lot of combinations.
I've stuffed the drain.
Stuffing a drain with packing material, which isn't something you would necessarily do.
Looks like the beginnings of a fine hole in the floor. There's a little light coming through it, and I can hear voices.
Hear voices, eh?
I haven't got the gear to fix it, or open it up some more.
Tell you what we have the gear for.
Ah!
Alright, what did you think was going to happen? And because we blocked up the drain with our packing material, we can skedaddle ourselves on out of here. And look as that water flows down below. You never know when it's going to be important to flood a room. Perhaps cause a collapse or something like that. That's pretty creepy. You gotta grant it that. You know, they're making synths here and all, which it's a fine thing to do in a factory. creating their own replacements, and so we've entered the question of if robots do everything for us, what is even the point of a person? I hold that a person probably has some...
Target sighted.
Whoops. Oh, down you go. Right. I'm going to have to do something different than what we used to. Fortunately, look at how nice that is. They really do a fine job with not having you, you know, have to go back and redo too much anyway. All right. I think we can just see him down there. Do we have any jolts left in our gun?
Damn, it's out of charge.
It is out of charge, unfortunately. Well, not sure that's what I meant to do, but all right.
I needed that.
Yeah, okay, take a pull of it, my boy.
I don't think we can settle our...
No, can't drop that on him. Well, let's see what kind of options we have here. We've got a terminal in there, and I wonder if that terminal isn't connected to the broader network in the building. Let's see if we can't connect it to our traveler or something like that. Let's see, we've got a second power button now. Nah, look at that, we got our power control here. Ready, ready, ready. Link to external device, please. That'll connect it to our traveler. There we have
Looks
it.
like I can control the factory's power from my traveler now.
That's what we want. So, let's access said traveler. And let's turn on that factory power. What do you say? Prototyping laser, startup. And oh my goodness, this poor man is standing in water when we broke some wires and down he goes. There we have it. That was certainly worth doing. However, that wasn't the man we were interested in. However, seeing the objects in our inventory, I think we have a fair idea of what we might be doing. And indeed, here goes that packing material.
Huh. This takes me back.
That's a worrying thing to say, Charlie. You know, far be it from me again, as I say, to critique the methods of this group here, but apparently they're not protected against tasers, electrical shocks from the ground, so apparently they don't have rubber-soled boots. And as we're about to see here...
What a waste of good whiskey.
I know, man. It's a crying shame is what it is. However... Get wrecked! Yep, alright, down he goes. Apparently they're also not protected against thermal attacks, leading one to wonder what in fact they are protected against. They can sure take you on in a fight, which is, you know, not particularly challenging. That's alright. Let's see if we can go into the optics lab here. We are probably going to want to avoid those super electrified areas. There's that old industrial laser. Now we can calibrate the power to, let's see, calibration silicon wafer, aluminum, boron epoxy, concrete, all the way up to danger unsafe. That sounds good to me.
That's not going to work.
Yeah, I imagine it was a little hazardous to work in here, wasn't it? And we can go to the factory floor at this point. Let's say we leave the room before we power that sucker on. Let's give it a try. What happens if we activate that? Start up the laser. And it looks like it shoots right through the hole down there. And look at that! Powers right through the factory floor. Well, that's something we're going to have to keep in mind. That we have as an option for us. Now, you might guess what we have to do here. Oh. You might further guess that I'm not going to be very much good at it, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately.
There ain't much cover between me and him.
Not a whole lot. But occasionally, get a big thing like that. Oh. We're going to want to get those two together is what it's going to be. There's actually an achievement, I think, for doing
There ain't
this.
much
Yes,
cover.
I know. I think there's actually an achievement for managing this on the first try. But honestly, the controls of the game are a bit clunky for that. You see that it's possible, but just not really my bag.
There ain't much cover between me and him.
I know there isn't. So I'm probably going to try this just a little bit, and if I don't manage it, I'll pause the recording and we'll go. But it looks like I'm getting it this time. You just got to wait for those two and stay a little bit in front of it. So there we have it. Okay. Now then, first off, we're going to switch the direction of the factory floor so we can get back there. And let's, there we go. We've overrode the control manipulator. And that's for the master override arm there. So that's, you know, presumably useful for something in the future. This is a bit what I mean when I say it's a little adventure gamey, in that we're doing a lot of stuff and we're not exactly clear why right now, but, you know, believe you me, the solution will come to us. He is, of course, just staring endlessly at this rumbling factory line, because that's what it means to be a control agent. So if we get down there, you see, we can activate the factory arm now, which is a great victory for us. You know, as an adventure game protagonist, and just in life in general, if you can affect your surroundings, if you can make moves that change reality, you know.
It's a long way down.
Sorry, buddy. Then go ahead and do it. Change whatever you can, and maybe something good will happen. That's one of the lessons here. Yeah, I was saying I really dig this old factory setting. I mean, they
Okay, you're on the
yes,
factory
that's
floor.
correct.
There's an emergency access route to the sewers in the corner of the north wall.
Okay.
Sure, except it's locked.
What? This can't be right.
Yep, big padlock and everything. Any other ideas?
I'm afraid not. The crisis team's got the factory surrounded. That's your only route out.
Guess I need to find a way to get the lock off.
And of course, because we've been good protagonists, the answer is sort of revealing itself already. Okay, let's see here. Drive air, I see. So all we can do is rotate Z. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so we can rotate that sucker around.
This is where synthetics are
We
born.
got on the production line over here.
Whatever this is, building a synth apparently takes a lot
Metal
of...
discs. I bet that's true. Probably used for the spine or something.
A dull metal disc. I have no idea why it's needed in a synth's construction.
Fortunately, we can use our wonder material here.
Stuff it with packing. Stuff it with...
Sorry, not the wonder material, the polish.
That's brightened it up.
There we go. Polish up that metal disc. Put it on ye olde robot arm, which we can now control because we did that thing before, and good thing we did, too. Boop, up it goes. And let's see if that does the trick. We will do that through our traveler. We do have to sit through this a number of times, so my apologies if this isn't the correct configuration. If it isn't, well, we'll just work with it. Alright, there's our extremely powered laser. Close the guard again. Just missed it. Alright, we need the arm to be swinging around in the back, it looks like. Fortunately, even though there are only 3 configurations, this will, of course, be the perfect configuration, the exact perfect angle right as is. That's fine. Okay. Also note that I guess the laser bored through the wall there, so it's not like, I don't know, it's all pretty convenient, isn't it? You know, I like the setting. The actual puzzle situation here is what might generously be called a little hokey. Also, the doors just slides right open once that falls off, but whatever. Padlock's molten glow. Well, that's fine. We're out.
I'd better not be walking into an ambush.
I haven't let you down yet,
I mean,
have I?
Clearly, they could have just let the, Oh.
Regis!
It's good to see you in the flesh as well, Lau.
What do you mean, in the flesh?
You weren't the one sending messages through a transceiver in my head?
No, she wasn't.
No, I wasn't.
You thought I was her?
Well, it seemed like that.
Seemed like what?
Oh, put it
Who
together
are you talking
now.
to?
I Never mind.
How'd you get here? Also, clearly she got your message, so...
So, you've been getting help from
Oh,
the
all
voices?
right.
Isn't that usually a sign of stress?
Huh. It's someone communicating by radio.
I don't know about
Someone
radio.
who knows me,
radio
apparently.
frequency.
But if it wasn't you...
Definitely wasn't. I just found the message you left in the DNA.
Don't worry, I'm someone you can trust. Not so sure about her, though. There's an interceptor riding her
Ruh-roh.
wiring.
Max, the voices say you've been bugged.
What? Wait a second. Ah, nuke an interceptor.
They probably found out where you were as soon as she did.
Well, let's see. Probably picked it up from Central, I guess? We'll get rid of it for sure, so let's get some more info.
Any idea where you picked it up?
It would have needed to get past both my checks
Unless
and
Central put it
Central's.
there.
Whoever did this knew what they were doing.
Or had access to Central's permissions
There you go.
database? Is it still a threat?
No, they wouldn't have gotten anything while I've been in the sewer. There isn't any signal down here.
The interceptor isn't broadcasting anymore.
You fixed it.
Yeah, it's been isolated. I have no idea when it started writing me. Must have been while I was investigating the murder at the plant lab.
Yeah, why... You know, I'm not even going to care if she thinks I did it. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me, Max.
I know, Regis. I didn't think it was, but
But
you're the only person I can think of who would have wanted
bet
him
not.
dead. And frankly, I don't think anyone would have blamed you after what he did. But after what you tried to do with the bomber last night,
what about it?
you tried to save his life. Even though he'd come here intending to murder as many as he could.
It was the right thing
Well.
to do.
I've worked with you long enough to know how you work, Regis. What Baxter did didn't drive you to revenge. It's motivated you to try and make the world a better place.
I think that it has. There's our decisions coming back upon us. Well, let's see. I don't care about the voice. What does our partner think?
Thank you for your opinion, Max. You're probably thinking more clearly than I am right now. What do you think we ought to do next?
I guess turn yourself in isn't an option.
No.
Well, we need to see if we can find out who really did kill Baxter.
And why they've sent a strike team to hunt me down.
If I might interrupt your happy reunion, I believe I may be able to help.
You can? How?
The
We
voices
should get
again?
away from...
My organization is
building?
aware of links between this attack and Dr. Baxter's murder.
What? How?
I believe we must discuss this somewhere more
I
secure.
agree.
1181 Shenley Boulevard, Southeast Network, 16th floor. Come around the back.
Okay. How can we trust you? Whatever. I mean, of course we can't, but of course we kind of have to. I like to be as genre savvy as I can be in these games, so let's just go.
We need to find out what's going on. You seem to have a better picture than us. And I guess you've been looking out for me
You
so
guess right.
far. You say I know you?
And I you, Charlie.
All right.
Very
We'll come.
mysterious.
Leave Dr. Lau. Come alone.
No.
Pardon?
Lau comes too. She's the only one I know I can trust right now.
Aw.
Very well. See you soon, Charlie.
There we go. So, the plot thickens, and so do the coincidences. Catch you next time, guys.